Away from
How
me.
long do we have? 11.
4 minutes. 5 minutes. Sorry,
What?
5 minutes.
What?
We're gonna make the most of it, though.
Okay, great. You want it? Cheers.
Cheers. Is this your first nighttime junket?
No.
You've done it before. See, I've never done this before.
I have done a few of this, but it's every time great. So every time it's very amazing, and I love the movie. I love the movie.
Great.
So great. Okay, sorry for being drunk.
Fantastic.
Okay, you want it? Yeah. Okay, great. How difficult is it for you being an astronaut?
It was interesting to kind of get into the character and learn about what these guys do, and you know. But the truth is, nothing's really difficult as an actor when you have a world-class director. It's just everything is wonderful. It really. I mean, this is how movie acting should be. Honestly, like I just had such a blast with Ridley. He's so clear about what he wants. He's so decisive. His direction is always just perfect. So it's always helping kind of shape the character. No, I loved it.
Great. And what is, in your opinion, the greatest challenge for an astronaut?
There are a lot of challenges for those guys. And we've met men and women who do it. The selection process alone is very, very difficult. You need to have a lot of things. You need to be very, very smart and very, very athletic, and you know, it's just a very tough thing to qualify for. But once you get into the actual missions, I mean, I talked to an astronaut recently on the International Space Station. I talked to him by phone. He was 6 months into a 1-year tour up on the space station. I mean, you know, I mean, just imagine being away from your family, being away. You know, it's they're just it's very humbling to be around them. They're really amazing, but they're very clear about why they're doing what they're doing, and that's beautiful.
And you did a very great job in this movie. So how did you get prepared for it? Maybe you did some zero-G experiences for the...
I didn't do zero-G, but I did. But we had technical advisors there, and JPL and NASA were kind of almost like partners on this. We talked to them throughout the process, and they were incredibly helpful. You know, you know, ultimately for me, the research that paid off the most was working with Ridley. Was literally sitting down before we started rolling in pre-production and just going through the script moment to moment and going like, okay, what are we going to accomplish in this scene? What is this scene about? And just taking the whole thing apart and looking at it and kind of getting on the same page. And that proved to be the most important thing that I did.
But did you do some special astronaut trainings, like being underwater in some spacesuits to get this experience from some kind of zero gravity? Or?
I never did any zero gravity stuff. I mean, my character's on Mars the whole time, which is 40% gravity, which was tough to. I mean, that part was kind of like a conundrum for Ridley. Like, how do we do 40% gravity? Like, how do you show 40% gravity? But no, the zero-G stuff, I've never been in like the vomit comet or anything like that.
Because in the end you have the scene with Jessica Chastain on the wire, so
yes,
this is why I asked.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're on the wires at the very end of the movie, but that little bit of wire work didn't qualify me for the vomit comet. They wouldn't say. They did it for Apollo 13. They didn't do it for me.
And The Martian is also about loneliness and to fight to survive. So what did you think? How important are courage and hope in this situation?
Well, look. Ultimately, I think the movie is a real celebration of humanity, and it's very optimistic and very hopeful. And I think that's what, you know, the book is too. You know, he never stops solving problems. And I think there's a lot of hope in that. He says, like, I'm not gonna just sit down and accept what's happened. I'm going to keep solving this problem, and then another problem comes up and I'm gonna solve that. And what's implicit in that is that he has hope that if he continues problem solving, there's going to be a point where there are people there to help him solve problems, and he's going to be rescued.
Great.
Is that okay?
Thanks so much. That's fine. Thank you so much.